Hey everyone, it's Chris, PDX Picker. We're back with another video on things that sold for me on eBay and Mercari today. So watch this video and find some things maybe to be on the lookout for when you're sourcing, or some things to maybe not be on the lookout. We're also going to be discussing a brand new thing that rolled out today, but when this comes out, I don't know, it might be maybe a week old or so, but that is the new Mercari seller fees system that just rolled out, and it sounds pretty exciting, but who knows exactly what it's gonna be. We'll talk about that a little bit here later on, but let's go ahead and get started with the intro video, and then we'll pull some orders.
Wanna buy that Farrah Fawcett poster? There's dispensers and a toaster. Don't know why. That kind of stuff you throw away. I'll sell on eBay.
All right, so it's a little windy out here. My garage door on my shop is kind of banging back and forth, so hopefully it's not too loud. But we've got 10 items going out today, 9 on eBay, 1 on Mercari, for a total of right around, I think, $404, almost exactly $400. $40 an item, average sales price. So pretty great couple of days. I did just get back from my son's baseball tournament, and had to go out and sell, pack and ship a couple of these items here pretty quickly because I forgot to turn my shop onto vacation mode, which meant that some items that sold the first day that I headed down there, they need to be shipped out today. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. We'll start with the Mercari order. It is a Barbie. What is it? It's a Ken? It's a Ken doll. It's from the Mattel Happy Family. So again, we're at this point where this bothers me. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but my SKU did not pull over, my custom SKU from Mercari, or from Vendu into Mercari, so I can't find it. But anyway, this is an item I picked up super cheap. I can't remember where I got it for, but or where I got it from, but I think it was probably the church rummage sale that I went to last year. I bet you I paid $1 for it. Pants are all wonky. I don't know why that is, but anyway, this is a Mattel Happy Family. This is the dad, Alan, and he is got articulated arms, which for some doll collectors, the fact that it's a male doll and that he has articulated arms, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but a lot of doll collectors really like that. I mean, you know, there's more posability and things that can be done with it. But anyway, long story short, that sold for $25 plus shipping over on Mercari. It sold a couple of days ago, so I will still be paying the 10% Mercari selling fee. But we'll talk about how there are no more selling fees on Mercari here in a little bit, and what exactly that will mean. The next item that sold over on eBay was something that I picked up last year at a garage sale. I thought it was going to be a better, quicker sale than it was, but it's back to my thoughts on Converse and how I'm just not a big fan of Converse All-Stars anyway, and getting those out the door because they take a long time. But and what's even more, I guess, here's another thing I learned about Converse. Apparently there are, you have the ability to go onto their website and customize and make your own pair of Converse, which is what these are. So these were in immaculate condition. I mean, I'm not certain that they were ever worn. They're called Converse U, but they are Converse All-Stars. So I'll just really quickly show you these. This may be, you know, old information to a lot of you folks out there, but when you see this Converse U, that means that they were customized by the original buyer on their website to whatever, you know, look that they wanted. So this person that bought these, they wanted these mules, they wanted the black color, they customized the rainbow tongue on here, as well as the rainbow laces. And like I said, I don't think these were ever used. I didn't list them as new. I think maybe I listed them as new other, but anyway, I bought these for $8 because they were in such good condition. It's taken 8+ months to sell, but they did finally sell on offer, $40 plus shipping. So not too bad, other than it took a long time for them to sell. But again, not a huge fan of Converse All-Stars. I am not going to be picking those up unless they are super cheap and in really good condition like that. So I mean, $8 into 40, not bad. It just took way too long. Okay, this next item, this is one of my crazier pickups. I was at an estate sale not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, maybe a month at the most, and found a few things. And then in this one room, I found 2 Sleep Comfort remotes. This is one of them here. Just a older Precision Comfort Sleep Number remote. It had Sharpie written on it from the original owner because they were probably highlighting which buttons they needed to use. It's this KSMBR 20543T. So I'm going over this because it's a really good bolo if you happen to find these, especially at estate sales. I think that's one of the primary places you might find these. I picked this up for 50 cents and it sold for $85 plus shipping. I had another one that I picked up for 50 cents that I have listed for a 110. The sell-through rate on them is insanely good. Huge bolo for sure. Our Sleep Number remote controls, because people need them for their sleep comfort beds to help adjust the positions and all that. So super happy with that one. 50 cents into 85, I will take any day of the week for sure. Let's pick 1 or 2 more things and then we'll talk about the new Merari selling fees system that they just rolled out. So these are some Carhartt pants that I sold. Picked these up for $7.99. Pretty sure I did anyway, at my local thrift store. And I will show you a picture of them here because I have them in my bag already. But basically, it is a pair of... Ooh, that's a terrible look. So this is, I know, just a stupid thing to do, but I wish I could just pull them out, but I'm lazy. So they're black denim, straight leg, relaxed fit jeans, size 36-29. They have, you know, Carhartts, a lot of them have that model number on the tag. So you just put that in there and that can really help exactly pinpoint what the sell-through rate is and other listings that are similar. Anyway, that sold for $21.95. plus shipping. So almost all jeans I ship in the priority rate padded flat mail envelopes, because for the most part, like this one is probably going to be over a pound, and everything that goes lately, I feel like there has been a change in the Ground Advantage rates, even though supposedly there wasn't, but pretty much everything that's over a pound, in between 1 and 2 pounds, that's a smallish size, comes through at a price of $9.31 for me. So now the padded flat rate envelope is $8.74. So it's going to be, of course, you get the free envelope, and then it's going to be about 60 cents cheaper to go that route. The only issue is, especially with men's pants, men's jeans, some of the larger sizes, it's really tough to fit them into the padded envelope. So you do have to be careful for that. But anyway, that's my tip that I've come across recently, is the almost exclusively I'm using the padded rate flat envelope for jeans that I'm selling, because that's going to be the most cost-effective way to sell those. All right, one more item and then we'll talk about Merari. These pair of shoes I picked up at my favorite Goodwill a few months ago, and it took a bit of time to sell, but that's okay. So I bought these for $12.99. It's a pair of New Balance. I want to say it's 998. Let's see here in a bit. I set these down. Yeah, 998s. So that is definitely a good model. These also, I believe, are shoes that are frequently personalized. So they say like these say Ace and Zen on the back, but I think the person that originally bought these they're the ones that added that on there. I don't know. I don't know for sure. I mean, they're called inside New Balance Custom. I don't know if you can see that on there. So I'm pretty certain that that's where those came from. But anyway, like I said, bought those for $12.99. I picked these up because they were in super good condition. I cleaned them up. I mean, there's a little bit of like color, like staining a little bit on the white there, but everything else on them is really nice. And these sold for $90 plus shipping. They are going to the eBay authenticator, so I don't even have to pay shipping. Buyer doesn't have to pay shipping, or I don't know, maybe they do, but I don't have to pay shipping. So very cool on that one. So all right, let's talk about Mercari. For those of you that haven't heard, or maybe didn't, haven't heard in the last week or so, Mercari has come out and they are not charging sellers any listing fees. Okay, it used to be 10% of the listing, which is already cheaper than eBay. eBay charges something like 5%, let's say, plus 30 or 40 cents per listing, depending on the dollar amount. If the total amount is $10 or above, including shipping, you pay 40 cents. If it's below $10, you pay 30 cents per listing. So, all right, Mercari already was going to be cheaper than eBay, but they have now come out with a 0%, any charge for a listing fee, a selling fee for items sold on Mercari, which is awesome, right? In theory, that's going to be a huge boon. Maybe it'll make people want to list a lot more items on Mercari. You can also list things for a little bit cheaper, maybe, on Mercari than you would on eBay, because you're not going to be paying as much when you sell the item. There's got to be a catch, though, right? How else is Mercari going to make money? And there's a little bit of uncertainty. Again, this is day one of it coming out in the next few days. This might have all been cleared up by the time you guys watch this video. But what I have done in my research, what I've figured out is there's one for sure way that I know that Mercari is going to be recouping some fees from sellers like myself, is when you go to have your money taken out of Mercari and deposited into your bank account, they're going to charge you a $2 ACH fee every time you decide to take your money out. So for me, I usually don't sell that many items on Mercari a month, maybe at most, let's say 6 items a month, probably not even that many lately. And so normally when I sell an item, I will take out that balance right away. There's no reason for me to keep it in there like I do with eBay, where I usually wait for $500 in my eBay balance to build up before I will request a payout to come out. But for Mercari, for me, it's right away. Well, now I'm gonna have to probably second guess or change that strategy, because let's say I sell something for $15. There's a 0% selling fee, so I will get $15 deposited into my Mercari balance. But then when I go to transfer that to my bank account, they're going to take $2 out. So now I'm only netting $13, which prior to them charging selling fees, I would have actually paid 50 cents less, because I would have paid $1.50 in transaction fees. So now I'm going to think twice about my strategy on when and how I take my money out from Mercari. The other option is you could use it to just keep it in your Mercari balance and use it to buy things on Mercari. If that's something that you're interested in, maybe you can find a way to source things on Mercari and resell them on eBay, resell them on Mercari. I don't know. That could be an option. There's apparently Mercari is having some sort of like Mercari bucks, which is basically like your balance, or you can have money, like you have money transferred from your bank account into Mercari into Mercari bucks, so you can make purchases on Mercari with it. I don't know. It sounds kind of like a video game in-game purchases, where you kind of buy like V-Bucks on Fortnite and whatever the other games are that kids are playing nowadays. I don't know anything. I don't pay too much attention to that. But anyway, it's confusing. I don't know all of the ins and outs and intricacies of exactly how good this is going to be for sellers. It seems like, especially if you're a high volume seller on Mercari, where you're selling, $100 a week or every couple of days, or maybe you're selling, thousands on Mercari, then yeah, wow, you're going to be having a huge amount of savings when it comes to, zero transaction fees. Or zero selling fees, I should say. I believe there are going to be some fees eventually soon charged to the buyer when it comes to basically you're going to see some when the buyer, this is all speculation at this point, because as far as I know it hasn't been confirmed, and I actually just tried to buy some things on Mercari, and they're not doing this right now, so it could just be completely false, or it just hasn't rolled out yet. But it sounds like they're going to be charging fees to the buyer, like when you go to buy tickets on Ticketmaster and all of a sudden you see a service charge, there's going to be like a service charge passed on to buyers to help Mercari recoup some fees. That sounds terrible. I don't like that idea at all. I hate service charges in almost all facets. I don't know why Mercari thinks that would be a good system to use for buyers to the platform. I already feel like they maybe need to try and attract more buyers, not sellers. I don't know. Anyway, if that's the case, I'm not a big fan of that at all. I hope they do not do service charges. But the other thing to keep in mind that actually sounds like a good thing in terms of a new policy that Mercari has come out with is, sounds like they're doing no questions asked refunds for all the buyers, all the purchases on there within 72 hours. I think this is similar to Poshmark's policy. I'm not 100% positive, but I think it's similar to Poshmark's, where if a buyer buys something and if for any reason they don't want the item within 72 hours, they can request to send the item back, and Mercari is going to give them a free shipping label on Mercari's dime, which is the same as Poshmark. At least that's how I understand it. And so the seller doesn't have to pay for it, the buyer doesn't have to pay for it, Mercari pays for it, and that person can then ship the item back within 72 hours. It has to be within that 3-day period, and then the buyer has up to 24 hours to accept the return, saying that yes, in fact, the item that was originally shipped did come back in good status, and then the buyer gets a 100% refund. So that might help some Mercari buyers, help bring some people to the platform. Again, if they charge service fees on purchases, I think that's going to push people away, so it might be a net, I don't know, zero. But anyway, it's interesting. It's kind of exciting. I feel like Mercari needed to do something to differentiate themselves, because they're just like an also-ran in my mind. I don't cross-list a huge number of things there. I don't have a ton of sales on there. By far, eBay is 100. The main place where I do almost 90% or more of my sales. So this might change my strategy. I might be trying to sell more on Mercari. So we'll see. I think all of you out there will probably be interested in testing out Mercari a little bit more now. So we'll go from there. But all right, we'll keep you guys updated in the coming weeks, on what my opinion is on this new the Mercari. The new system of Mercari 0% selling fees. I don't know why that's transaction listing fees, whatever the term is. It's hard for me to come up with the right words. So still a little operating on like about 3 hours less sleep than I normally would. Didn't sleep well in the motel the last couple of nights I was there, which I don't normally do when I sleep somewhere besides my bed. I definitely get some, rougher night's sleep. But all right, this next item that's sold is PS3 Prince of Persia Trilogy game. So I did an offer-up buy of some PS3 games. I didn't work this out exactly great, but I ended up buying 21 total games, 20 PS3 and 1 PS4 game. I spent $73 total on them. There are about 6 or 8 really good games that are, well, probably 5 or 6 really good games, 2 decent games, and then a whole bunch of fillers that I should have just ignored completely. I ended up buying the fillers. It averaged out to about $3.25 per item, except for the PS4 game, which I paid $8 for. I wish I just picked out like the 5 or 6 bangers in there, because I think she was charging 3 for $10. So I could have bought 6 of them for 20 bucks and sold them for like 180, but whatever. Anyway, it is what it is. So I'll probably end up lotting like, I think I have like 8 or no, I have about 12 left over. I'll lot with a PS3 system that I have that I just haven't listed yet. So hopefully that'll help that system sell a little bit better. But this sold for $40 plus shipping. It's actually going to Guam. I had a buyer from Guam reach out to me, wanted to know if I was able to ship there. I hadn't shipped to Guam before, at least I don't think I have. I've shipped to Puerto Rico several times. And Guam is, for those of you that don't know, a U.S. territory out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. And the post office treats it just like you're shipping something to California, Florida, or Guam. You know, it's the same type of low rates. So I'm paying like, I don't know, I'll probably pay like $4.68 to ship this item to Guam, Ground Advantage, which of course we'll have to go by ship because that's a long trek. But anyway, buyer was like, hey, do you even ship to Guam? I don't know, maybe they hadn't bought from eBay in a while. So I researched it, and we do, or eBay does. So that was a nice little sale on that one. All right, this next item that sold, it's my first golf club sale in a while. I picked this up for, I believe this is 7 hybrid. Something I picked up at my Goodwill, my favorite Goodwill, a few months ago for probably $7, and it sold for $36 plus shipping. I do not have a good system for storing golf clubs, so right now they are just resting on this shelf. But this is a Callaway Solaire 7 hybrid. Right-handed, so this sold for $35.95 free shipping. I have definitely noticed, I must have sold some golf clubs relatively recently, because I definitely noticed that UPS rates for golf clubs used to be like $8 or $9 to ship, something like that, and now it's almost across the board $12, $13 or more. So the rates have definitely gone up for that. So I've actually stopped listing things free shipping, golf clubs free shipping, because of that price increase. So because it's obviously going to affect profit margin the more you do that. So all right, this next item that sold, I picked this up at a random thrift store that I go to once in a blue moon. It's a thrift store that is a benefit for, I think I maybe talked about this recently, a benefit for like a cat rescue organization. And wow, it's not even close. 32 is the box that it's in. So I picked these up. I think it was the only item that I found that day that was any good. Steak. And it's a pair of DC shoes. Really good condition. I almost would have considered them new, but they had some definite signs of being worn maybe a couple of times at the most. And this particular model is the Graphic, spelled Graffik. They're a larger size, 13, and this is the black on black on black colorway. So I paid $9.99 for these, and they sold for $35 plus shipping. And then the last thing that sold is something I picked up at the Goodwill outlet. I was surprised that these were still there because this is a really good brand. They're UFOs. I hope I'm I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. They were just sitting there in an already picked over bin of shoes and in pretty good condition. So there's some sandals. Oh, there they are right here. So these UFOs, that's the logo for them there, like double O type of thing. And here is the where it says it, OEFOS, I believe is how you spell it, or OOFOS. So these are the OOFOS original sandals. Probably paid around $1 for these by the weight, and they sold for $30 plus shipping quite quickly, within about 3 weeks or so of me listing them. But anyway, let me guys know, or guys, let me know what you think in the comments about the Mercari, the new plan with Mercari on 0 listing fees, and tell me what you think. Is this going to make you list more on Mercari? Are you afraid now that they're going to find some other way to recoup the fees? What are you guys thinking? So let me know what you think. If you did like this video, please consider liking it, as well as subscribing to my channel to get more content like this. Thank you so much for watching. My channel is still slowly growing, but I do appreciate every single one of you that take the time to watch my videos. It's kind of crazy. I mean, I watch YouTube videos all the time, and I know that just regular people like me are out there putting out content, but it's still pretty crazy. Even if my video is only watched 20 times, those are 20 people that decided to watch my, or click on my video for, you know, a minute or 10. Every now and then I get a video that gets 1,000 views or more, and that's also crazy to me. But thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time, and yeah, happy selling, and we'll see you next time. Take care, guys. I never know how to end these videos. All right, bye.